Hi, welcome back to the PGICast. It's good to be with you again. I had a bit of a rough start this week. One of my dogs had surgery and that has resulted in a few nights of broken sleep. I'm working on accepting that some things are just not going to go back to normal after COVID. And to top it off, I made a mistake. I left a teacher off a Zoom invite and that prevented her from joining a really cool virtual ed camp that we ran. And that feeling cocktail of tired, sad, and the regret for that mistake landed me smack in self-criticism. And it's times like this when I'm really grateful for some of the mindful practices that have come into my life. It's my pleasure today to introduce you to the work of Kristen Neff. And her work around self-compassion has really been a game changer in my life. Now, Neff describes self-compassion as 3 parts. It's the practicing of self-kindness over self-judgment, tapping into our common humanity instead of isolation, and choosing mindfulness, not over-identification. Her research at the University of Austin has even shown that self-compassion can boost our immune system and reduce our anxiety. One of my favorite exercises that I learned from Neff's work is a simple but profound practice, and it's the talking to and treating ourselves like we were a friend. So right as I headed into that cycle of self-criticism, I was able to pause and practice these 3 steps. Step 1, I bring to mind some of my closest friends, and I imagine that if they made this same mistake, what is it that I would say to them? Step 2, then I compare what I would say to my friends to what I was beginning to say to and about myself, and I take time to notice the gaps, the compassion and understanding that I would offer my friends, contrasted against the rigid expectations I was holding myself to. And then step 3, I take a moment, I get still, and I tell myself the same things I would have said to my friends. And I make time to listen and hear that kindness. Today, I invite you to practice self-compassion by using these 3 steps. Is there something you're holding on to that's letting you be a little tough on yourself? How's your self-talk sounding lately? The world needs our compassion and our kindness right now, and we can practice and start this with ourselves. I'll see you soon, and keep taking care of yourself.